Hey, this is John Van Pelt from the Storm Education Team. We were in Orlando the first week of April to go to the National Hurricane Conference, at which we appeared for Energizer's Plan, Prepare, Protect program. And when we first got down there, we were able to go by and visit with the boys and girls at the Boys and Girls Clubs of America down in Orlando. The Energizer Bunny was there, and while we were there, we taught the kids how to prepare for disasters, the stuff that goes in a preparedness kit for your family, and we made a $5,000 donation through Energizer of products to that organization, and we appeared also with the Orlando Fire Department, which also got a $5,000 product donation of batteries, energy-to-go products, and flashlights for their department. Then, on Wednesday, was our big day. It was the satellite media tour for Energizer's Plan, Prepare, Protect program. And during that one day, starting at about 4:30 in the morning, Danny and Brandon, who were part of the team and went down with us, got out in the parking lot, and we all set up the set with the truck and the trailer and the products and everything in an emergency supplies kit you need to have ready to go, like water and canned food and a manual can opener, which we want everybody to always remember to have, first aid kit, and all the things you need to be ready for a disaster. And then starting at about 6 a.m., we started the satellite media tour, which put me on 40-some television stations across the United States to talk about Energizer's Plan, Prepare, Protect program. And that was indeed a grueling 6 hours, but it was great because without Energizer's help, we would not be able to reach the millions of people we're able to reach every year to tell families in America how to get prepared for disasters. Now, we did it at the National Hurricane Conference. Of course, in America, hurricanes affect a great deal of the population when they make landfall. But even in years without hurricanes, and of course those with hurricanes, flash floods, severe thunderstorms, tornadoes, even severe winter storms like we saw in 2007-2008's winter, are things that can affect every American no matter where you live in the country every month of the year. So it was a great way to get to Americans and tell them how to get ready for disasters. We also were able to attend some of the sessions at the National Hurricane Center, and one of the highlights of that was meeting the brand new director of the National Hurricane Center, Bill Reed, who's a great guy, and he gave us some great information, too, and some great quotes, some of which you will hear right now. And you started in January this year. What's it been like so far, this half a year almost that's gone by?
Well, it's been rather hectic, John. I mean, I think I've been in the office all of about 3 weeks total out of the time. This is, of course, our season where we do the traveling around to do hurricane preparedness, not only coastal U.S., but we go through the Caribbean, which we also have responsibility for. Somewhere sandwiched in the middle of that, I got my wife and dogs and stuff moved over to Coral Gables, where we're renting.
We asked Bill about what he thought about the current hurricane season, and being a great federal employee, he didn't want to commit to what he thought about this season was because he runs the center, but he's not a forecaster at the center, and here's what he had to say about that.
It's an occupational hazard when you're in management and meteorology. I think every year is going to be bad. So I'm not the right one to ask about a seasonal forecast. The NOAA seasonal forecast will actually come out, that's our parent agency, will actually come out 22nd of May. And they keep that tight under wraps. I have no idea what they're going to forecast.
Well, that's good. They just make you be prepared for the worst, and then you find out what's going to happen.
You have to be prepared for the one that hits you, not the number of storms that are out there. And we certainly know in South Florida with Andrew, that was a low-number season. We knew in Houston, Alicia occurred when the season there was only 4 storms. So the numbers in the seasonal forecast don't play into your preparedness.
The thing we want people to be worried about, too, is once the hurricane makes landfall, the media tends to stop talking about it, but the inland effects are the biggest thing that people need to worry about.
Well, you need to worry about both. If you live on the coast, obviously the storm surge and the very high winds as it's coming ashore are critical. And as you go far inland, even this year with Aaron, we had tremendous flooding in Oklahoma and Missouri from the heavy rains and the remnants of Aaron.
Now, Danny, Brandon, and I are all ham/amateur radio operators, whichever way you know the term better. We help report to the National Hurricane Center and the National Weather Service all year round from landfalls and other severe weather events. So Bill gave us some great comments on the importance of amateur radio communications during disasters.
Well, ham radio has always played a critical role in emergencies, and hurricanes are no different. Guess what goes out when you have a high wind event or major flooding is the communication system. So you lose even cell phones, landline phones, commercial radio, and TV. And in those cases, ham radio operators that can put up emergency transmitters and antennas in the wake of the storm and give us reports are valuable, and they also help in the search and rescue efforts in the aftermath. Ground truth is the psychology of warnings. You can tell people all the time that you think this hurricane is going to produce X amount of wind. If you can corroborate that with a report that says we've measured a wind of this or we're seeing this kind of damage, it makes it that much more believable to other citizens that are in the path, and they'll be more likely to take the correct action. Well, yeah, the media is our conduit to the general public. People are going to be hunkered down in their house. But we have the internet now. People put the information on the internet for them to see, and then the standard commercial media, television and radio broadcasts repeating back what's occurring while the storm's coming in, add to that awareness for the citizens during the event.
And for all the hams out there who want to know, your call sign is?
Oh, KB5FYA.
So now we know how to call Bill direct if he's ever on a net.
There you go.
And before that session, we got to see and say hello to John and Julio, who run the operations down at the National Hurricane Center, and present them with one of our handy-dandy storm education team mugs from the visit of the hurricane hunter, Kermit, at Elizabeth City last year. And, of course, Rob was there also, and Rob runs operations from Massachusetts. They have an unbelievable Skywarn and hurricane reporting group up there as part of IRLP and EchoLink. So we were able to do a lot of great fellowshipping with the folks we work with during the hurricane season. And, of course, a big part of the hurricane conference is the Exhibitors Booths, and we saw some new innovations on ways to protect your home, a lot of new window coverings. We saw some neat communication stuff we had not seen before. And, of course, the Energizer booth was there as part of the Plan, Prepare, Protect program, and we're able to talk to people about the new weather-ready lights and the Energy to Go products to help families get ready for disasters in America. So all in all, we had a great time, Danny and Brandon and I, at the 2008 National Hurricane Conference in Orlando, Florida, and we look forward to doing it again next year.